Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Gupta, in which as you can see that the green color of the Gupta Empire nearly engulfs all of India, except for Lanka, which we'll get to that eventually, but at least take it apart bit by bit since we've already used up that subjugation war, casus belli against Gujarat, which was ran by the Chalda dynasty, and then the Chalda dynasty now only holds Malwa. And it's only a matter of time before one of the vassals of ours will subjugate them, but basically it's anybody's game. If anyone can subjugate Malwa, good. So that way I can keep busy picking these few remnants bit by bit. We're going to start with them first and then Lanka. And then a likely holy war for Baka. That's going to be the next area to go after to make big gains. Because that's what we're looking for. Big gains. Going to retake these is just small gains to me. Unless you want to take Maru and the rest of Stravane, but that's not much. We need something substantial, because if you want to form the Empire of Rajasthan, you need 66%. We only control 58. We established this, but Koshala is now part of the Bengal Empire because we have not created this kingdom. Of course, you need a lot of karma to do such a thing. But as of right now, before we start this next war, it's time to introduce Rajkumar Padma Singh. Introduce the heir to the realm. Because it looks like he's going to be the guy to be. Guy to be the next Samrat. So Samrat Rudranarayan finally introduced young Rajkumar Padma Singh at the Gupta court in Magadh as part of his continued effort to groom the young man as his future heir. Hope he does well, as he'll be spending time at court. The imperial crown of the Deccan is by all rights mine to hold, but I am already the Samrat of the Bengal Empire. There can only be one empire, so which is to be? Well, I mean, here's the deal. Because I'd rather... Well, look, the trick is, I already hold control 100%, correct? 100% of the Bengal title, which is all under Gupta control, so we should be alright. Even if I were to become the Samrat of the Deccan Empire, it would just be called Gupta Empire, which is just going to be a different color. But I need that title to get the Jure claims, to get them off bit by bit. And if you wish to become Samrat, it says one of these must be true, and that is any of these empire titles, be it Bengal, Deccan, or Rajasthan. But you have to completely control all of India to make it happen, which in turn it'll create the Empire of India. But there can only be one empire, it says, so I guess I shall become the Samrat of the Deccan Empire. So the title is forfeit. It's just going to be different color, and the imperial decay just gone up a bit, not too much. This is a new title. Get used to it, and get used to this color. This is still the Magadh Empire, or the Gupta Empire, whichever you want to call it, rather than Bengal. You know which dynasty is ran by. It's just we got a fresh paint of coat, as one man puts it. An Indian did not say this. A guy who lives in Texas in my state said that once. Not fresh coat of paint, but a fresh paint of coat. It's funnier that way. You'll get this. You too. The laws are the same. Because that title was never created before until now. Because we created it just a few days ago after the conclusion of that war. So apparently in this HIP mod, you cannot hold multiple Empire titles, which I thought you could in regular, but I guess not. But that doesn't bother me none. As long as you hold a certain title where you can, you know, use that to have, because you need this Casus Belli, as we said. We plan on taking them apart bit by bit. So we're going to start, you know, working our way down. Rather than, say, offer vassalization, but he is king. Unwise of you. And I know you wouldn't accept it because false religion, foreign culture. You're first, you're next, and this way. And then we'll create the Empire of Rajasthan title when it's necessary, when we acquire all these lands, unless one of the vassals of ours will subjugate them, and that'll make our job easier. Which is why in here, despite the fact that vassals are fighting each other, that vassals can no longer fight each other, but the opinion would go down. But that's another step towards imperial administration. It says you must not have no king's peace. While we're still working on getting towards that. So that title is forfeit. Heir to both Empire titles. Okay, hold on. Register that. Have to wait for the day to pass. Kingdom of Bengal and Gujarat. You are heir to both Empire titles, since I just destroyed it. And you, on the other hand. Oh. Okay, then. Actually, I had a little more Imperial Decay than 5 earlier. Just for creating another Empire title and getting rid of the old one, that actually puts it at the default. But I'm still crowned Samrat. So which means when Padma Singh becomes the Samrat of the Gupta Empire, he will also hold the Bengal Empire title, and then he's going to have to get rid of one of them when that time comes. Because you could say there can only be one empire. And eventually it will be the Empire of India. So get used to this color. But at least it's easier to tell now, to no longer confuse who controls what exactly on the western side of India. But anyways, let's introduce the as hours go by, notice Padma Singh's mood starting to drop. He's obviously trying his best to impress the visiting vassals, but is evidently tearing at him. Hopefully this slump in Padma Singh's mood will soon pass. Now there are still more vassals to greet. We just barely got started. Why are you depressed? Don't you know who you are? There's a high demand for weapons and armor. Ah. Weapons and armor. I think I may or may not have one still. If I don't, I know where I can get them. Hey. Pile lumber and steel ingots. So we'll create another weapon. I recall they gave me a weapons and armor. If not, then I'll get it from somebody else. Or alternatively, get a caravan. Just one single caravan. So yes, I'm creating another weapon. Because Padma Singh has a bow and armor. Hari Singh has a sword. Bhairav Singh has no weapon, even though too young, but when they all grow up, and when I'm still around, no doubt that, you know, all these things. Everybody's getting a personal weapon in this court. Rajkumar Padma Singh is attentively watching as I meet with my Macedonian court. Wonder what he's picked up from me. He picked up one marshal. Good. That's your focus. Rajkumar Padma Singh is attentively watching me during court. Indeed, some of my counsel suggest he picked up a number of my mannerisms. It's a little unnerving, actually. Greedy. Alright, that thing from yesterday, the regarding roads. After much calculations, consultations, and designs are being done, there was finally a price for building provincial roads to be a reality. Now it's up for me today. It's worth a cost. Why, it is. It is. You got it. Padma Singh started getting along incredibly well with a child of one of the visiting vassals. Apparently, Padma Singh and Thakur Rambhadra Singh Dev of Radha are becoming fast friends. Maid servant lover, delicious candy. The cooks are using gum. And he made some shrewd investments. I see. How lovely. Well, I'm the one that put you on the throne, so I'll gladly attend. Lost one stewardship. Ah, blast. But then again, you're depressed, so if you can get rid of that. You introduce yourself to Beko Sritandra of Rajagriha. Now they've managed. Now he spills a beverage on his shoes, but manages to insult all of his ancestors, which nobody knows what his ancestors were like. But he lost the debate once. Sorry. Maharaj ki jai. Mayor Karan Deva of Siddhapura is a renowned fighter and tactician. However, after having introduced Sata Padma Singh, Karan Deva approaches me with an offer. Karan Deva is willing to spend his time teaching Padma Singh how to fight in exchange for my favor. Well, help him to the marshal. He's going to be well educated in this sort of thing. That'd be useful. I'll bestow my favor upon you. Yes, it does add critter weapons and armor up on top. And I got another sword. Is it a quality 2 sword? Yes, sir. Bhairav Singh, this is for you. I have 2 Kama Sutra books? How about that? There you are. Now all the Rajkumars have a personal weapon when they all grow up to be adults. So, now the Bhikkhu Devakadga of Kandit is a renowned, godly, and learned vassal of mine. So, this is for learning. Anything for him. Help him with that. Even though we're already good friends already. Ayushma Pava. That means you may live long. May you live long. Oh, that man. Yes, I know you're depressed and all that, but don't want you married just yet. When you turn 60, I'm sending you to the Imperial Academy. Last of my vassals have left and Rajkumar Padma Singh looks relieved. He's obviously exhausted from the formalities, but having introduced like this whole will serve him well in the future. I've done my best to groom into a worthy heir. I hope. No need to get rid of greedy yet. It's a trade league trait that you need. No problem. Wait, what's the difference? Domain tax modifier, stewardship and prestige. Well, build a war chest. And now that we're done grooming, take this area. Move out. You actually have a martial education. How about that? Cards. Oh, that reminds me. Let them work at their own pace. Deliver the trade goods. Just reminded myself. Enemy commander. My opponent seems to be getting tired. His moves becoming slower. Strained by the cheers of the crowd, I sink my golden scimitar into his chest. The man groans. He takes a while before my own heart starts pounding, and he is still. Another victorious match. No, demon worshipper. Burn him. Apparently, I fell asleep during this battle because it says, before me is an endless expanse of grass and the sunset, sky-colored in pastel shades of gold, rose and gold. A single tree is all there exists. I sit under the tree, and the wind faintly whispers in my ear, singing the joys and sorrows of the ancients. It gently sways the tree, and the shadows of the branches and leaves dance over my face. I wake up from the dream, and I feel at peace. Interesting to be going to sleep in the middle of the battle and have an interesting dream. No need for that. Just defeat one more battle, then take the objective. We just want to weaken him. So that way after the war, the vassals can go subjugate him if they have the blasted, what's it called? Karma. Good going. He hasn't picked up other traits yet. I wonder how we're only using the retinue, but this is just a way of not using vassal levies, so they'll be looking at me more positive. There's not much there. War chest complete. Let me see. Well, I'm about to increase the size of the domain anyhow, just for taking this piece of land. %. Increase that territory significantly. Don't think I'll be around long enough to build another. Plus, that money's spent on trade leagues. I'm not here to build wonders. Let me see. 15. 20. You know what? I could do that. Assemble a great council. This is just for added prestige. The Samrat wants to unite the greatest minds of the North world so they may serve on this council. You got it. Sorry about this. I'll make it up to you. He's really getting jobs done, does he? Who lives nearby? Hey, I got a title for you. Unless there's a resource. Another spice plantation. Okay, never mind then. I'm keeping it. Ungrateful bastard that I am at times. This is all good land. We should have taken that. You should have looked at the resources before you even conquer it. There's none down there in Lanka. But hey, spice plantation, good quality. They'll be coming into my warehouse and we'll sell it to anyone who cares. Head to Madurai. This area will be next. But ultimately, you can go for any part of Lanka. They're all connected. So it's alright. There ain't no resource. Just take whatever you can. Well, just get down there. That's all I gotta say. Alright, what's next? Win a war? I don't know. As he's growing on, I can see that Padma Singh could use some guidance that some of my experience areas will require. Hard work may not always be appreciated, but this is my chance to make a self-sacrifice for the sake of Padma Singh. Hopefully he'll become diligent. Beathor will make others count on you. And he got it. It's better to be diligent like this. The holy men say that I should cut down on the garlic and onion in my diet, though many learned men say that these plants do have their medical benefits. Traditionally, Buddhist belief argues that consuming these pungent plants is spiritually dangerous, as they stimulate sexual and aggressive desires in the body. I thought I was already temperate. As virtuous as I am. Well. Kinda need karma, so I could say I can eat less, sure. Who's going after him? Subjugation. Alright. They'll be coming in pretty soon. Got it taken care of. Hey. How much karma you got? Or purity in this case, which is good, because when you do subjugation wars, it's best to do it as a Jain, because you'll be getting purity in no time. Especially if you are a virtuous character. You there. You did something dishonorably, but I don't know. I don't remember what you did. Oh, you're a known murderer. Yeah, might as well. I'm gonna have to banish you out of here, because you've done a bad thing. She was my photographer. Got me a pouch of spices. In position. Okay. And Padma Singh became patient. Hopefully he doesn't get dull, otherwise it would lose shrewd. I think it would be best he would either... I don't care, as long as it's not dull. I don't care about any other trait. If it becomes brawny, even better. Even though he's only a novice fighter. But he'll be getting that martial education soon. I didn't need a Switch Guardian. I'd rather have some degree of control. Like I gave him that. And then once he turns 16, he's going straight to the Imperial Academy. But in the meantime... Admirable soul. That's so. He's been living in peace for a long time. And what happened to the tooth of the Buddha? That's usually the home of it. And I, as a Buddhist, would have to take possession of that, but it's not here. Oh really? She lives over there? I did not know you are married to the Caliph himself. Oh my goodness. She's not pregnant yet, but somebody needs to get rid of her. Or, no. Me murdering personally would give me bad traits and also a big drop on karma and all that. Plus she has an intrigue education. She'll see it coming. Or, let's solve the problems the dirty way, like how I do. Instead of me taking it on her personally, why don't I just antagonize her? To the point that she has to hate me so much to, I mean, I can't imprison her because she hasn't done anything wrong, and it's tyranny. Refused conversion, demanded conversion. Well, you can't tell her to convert. Yeah, we need to get rid of her before, you know, this part of Gujarat's gonna go to the Abbasids. Nazimid. It's a habit. It's a different dynasty. It's no longer ran by the Abbasid. claim Lanka. Oh, really? The entire thing? Okay, who are you exactly? You are married to this Tamil from Mahayadapuram. She's wounded. She has a flu, but she's well fed and sturdy. They're both temporary, but if she can get over both, then maybe we have a chance. Should you survive. But the problem is, I can't land her. No. I see where this is going. If only it was a male character, which I would like. Look, the best option for me is just. Is that all the dynasty has? Also, I failed to realize that this is a matrilineal marriage. It was the same dynasty, distant cousins, probably. They're devoid of male heirs. That is something. Okay, someone's got to subjugate him eventually, but give him this. Nagadepa. And after these gains are made, I am giving it to the Pandya. You know, this land here, even though it's of Sinhala culture, that area used to be Tamil. At the start of the playthrough. I remember that long ago. And in fact, in that part of the Sri Lanka, even today, it's still Tamil populated. Sri Lankan Tamils. Different from the Tamils of Tamil Nadu. And it's best not to dwell on it, because I know a bit of that history of in that part of Sri Lanka. Catch any army you see. Damn it, they got on board. Where do they might go? In fact, where are they going? May have to get my personal domain out there. Yep. Just as I holy... That is a big host. Let's see. Get everybody over here. Anything that surrounds it, and also for my personal domain. Stand still. That is an Amber Alert. Quiet. Just go around. And you know what, you too. Just find a way around. How long is this gonna last? Don't you know the majority of our troops comes from there? And finally there. That should be sufficient enough. We'll be fine with the siege, just get everybody assembled. just this once. And then we'll go deal with the Sri Lankan troops. You've got one more year till you become a man. Yeah, that should be enough. Stand here. Put forward a plan for experimentation with new military technology inspired by a supposedly brilliant inventor and engineer that was recently befriended. All it needs is a little funding. You've got it. I'm getting involved in this. So I should be here. Wife here. This man here. When a battle begins, raise even more of the local leech levies. Where do they go? Enraged leader. Good thing we assigned you here. If you want to be on a council, so be it. It's a long way to get here. Still waiting for another mission. Screaming arrows. I received a report on the outcome of the military experience that my marshal asked me to sponsor. Apparently a new kind of self-propelled arrow was tried out, based on Far Eastern models. Lit by fire, these arrows would scream and fly away, leaving a trail of smoke and then explode on impact, killing several of the livestock used as practice targets. Though of dubious accuracy and prone to failure in rainy weather, these experiments still provided some valuable lessons. 50 third tech. Up on the siege equipment. We've been expanding a lot. So it would be better to get this done faster, especially that is of the retinue's origin. Actually go as far down as Cholaman. A little more diplomacy for you, and he's got chest pains. Everybody's gonna getting chest pains. If you die, because of the combination of these two, it'll be tragic. And it'll be Hari Singh, who is sturdy but cheerful, and he's a better fighter. And he knows about intrigue. Well, what do you mean it would be him? Well, I mean, I could pick and choose. You're a Buddhist. No, religious debate. Debating this man. I'll debate it defensively because I'm a patient person. It could end in a draw, though. It is. Whoa, whoa, stop. Stop over there. Just find a way this... Damn it. Consumption is entered into the front line. It's a deal, but be careful going over there. Just assault. How do you sing Gupta picking up skills? The migrant community in Samrat Rudranarayan has been active in looting trade caravans in the province. Unfortunately, this has a serious effect on tax collected. Because to follow the path of integration, talk the migrants into the word of law. Stop here. We'll take care of the rest. We have the objective. We will win. What? Neon artwork that was stolen. Oh, okay. By him. Uh-huh. That's treason, but I could do nothing about it. Beat him up one more time. I know the war score's at 100%, but this is simply for the sake of it. Due to the parent slow diplomacy. Oh, that knocked it down badly. That diplomacy is going to be his weak point, but I don't know. There's a high demand for books. We captured the man, even though the war's already won. You got any money? Well, you got any artifacts that would be of interest? Sure. Not really. Okay then. War's over. Free to go. So we took this piece, and this land is going to the taboo. So you don't get picked up by that disease on the way back. No, head to there. Because remember the next part of the campaign. Baka. But in the meantime, we're not going to get books off the market. Nor do I know anybody that has books. Book shipment, yeah, I remember. So by giving more funds to my caravan, I give the traders the opportunity to strike more deals to give them their next mission. Give them lots of funds. The roads can be treacherous and several factors can hinder the trader's safety, such as distance, war in the targeted territory, or how the ruler of the territory feels about me. Hiring guards will greatly increase the caravan's security. Well, I got a lot of money, so pay some mercenaries. So now the real question is, who's got books? Yellow means caravans present, but trade goods are present, so let's look at here locally. Not here. There's gems. Spices. It's down here. Hide, incense, gold. Nope. Ah, here it is. Book shipment. In addition, spices, silver, hide, lumber. Sending caravan ahead. It'll spend your assets, but 95% chance of success and 91% chance of buying each goods. So, books, spices, silver, hide, lumber. Off you go. Books don't grow on trees, but the paper does come from trees. Keep that well in mind, gentlemen. This isn't working. Just this one. Situation between the migrant community and the Samrat and the local population passed through a period of deep mistrust. This leads to decreased stability in the province. Organize a great community to improve the situation. So, did that area become rebellious? Yes. Damn it. I'll read it in just a moment. And appoint a domain overseer. Because it seems it's too much land for me to handle. This may be a silly option, what it'll do. But anyways, in the past 2 months, a town in Samrat suffered from quite a scare. Locals heard strange and inhumane sounds at night and feared the Vinyakas were up to something. Prayers were offered. Officials increased night patrols and so on. However, by chance, it's been discovered the source of all this were several crafty youths who, with nothing better to do, pranked the town at everyone else's expense. The boys are under arrest and their fate's now in their hands. Yipe. They'll be subject to public humiliation, and somehow this may make me just. And I am. Padma Singh is a tough soldier, and he's become brawny. Excellent. That'll make you live long. And it seems you got over your chest pains too. In fact, have we ever had a physician? Yeah, we still have one physician. You're just paranoid, that's all. Somebody with good diplomacy. You. Never appointed an apprentice trader unless the mission tells me to do that otherwise. Now, Padma Singh spends all day in playing the dirt and never seems to care about his own looks, not even for a formal occasion, when a proper decor would be expected from a boy of his stature. Should focus on teaching him to be brave, but instead he's going to remain uncouth. So, shrewd, brawny, uncouth, but the total traits he has is 3, in greedy, diligent, patient. I think he'll live through the depression. But now I must send you to the academy. Now. Well, I don't even know who runs the Chinese academy anymore. Who is the current... What's his name? Oh, Wisdom of the Great Academy. Bengali. Well, he is the headmaster here. And students from plenty of places. Including this one who is of a Saxon descent. Correct? Correct. Because Wakansha does not sound like a Tibetan name. That sounds Sogdian. Punjabi, Sogdian. Aha! A lot of mixed ancestry. But anyways. Listen, son. You may not have the greatest of knowledge, but this is for the first time that we want an academy graduate. So we're sending you to the academy here. So you'll be a student there for a while. Try to have fun and make some friends. Because skill-wise, you're not all that great, but hopefully you come back and some of that will be improved upon. And then when he grows up in 2 years' time, I'm sending him to the academy as well. I want all my boys to be well educated in the future. Now it's your turn. He's become deceitful. How fitting. And he became just. But to me, Padma Singh, the eldest, will remain the chosen one. And of course, await you for your shipment of books. What's going on? Inner vassal. Prosperity faction support. Burger vassal tax increased. Good. Send them to increase levy size. I didn't do that. We got enough karma to start 2 holy wars. But we're only starting with 1, and a big one at that. And the Abbasids have grown. God dang it. The Arabian Empire, led by the Nazimids, have grown considerably, just as much as we are. Which is largely because the realm is still ever expanding, and the vassals are cooperating. Not to mention intervening with other countries. Yeah, the court faction support, they have their support. He's got good martial skill. Even though he's easy to assassinate only because of the 100% Imperial Decay, which reduces that plot power defense big time. We could easily destabilize the realm. That's the reason why he was able to get this much, because all the vassals are cooperating. And the fact that he's zealous to the faith is another. And those Muslims like that. I'm wondering for how long till Jerusalem can last. Oh, this place is becoming a mess. Zoroastrian remnants still around. Even the Sogdian Nestorians are still around as well. Remember your priority. My overseer stands in front of me with plans to perform military operation in one of my restless provinces. As I hear the whole plan is made clear, our men will engage rebel groups across the province. They take advantage of our cavalry and strategically strike at several points. I look at the map, hands clap at my desk, thinking about my final word for this mission. Well, you're the one with the military education. Go ahead. You're the Rajput here. The Samrajni has approached me with a proposal to reform the regulations used to raise and train the Gupta levies. Her ideas have a great deal of support within the court. Others say they have a good chance of going very wrong. What do you mean by that? Military reform, which there's chances of that. And its percentages may vary. And if it screws up with that reform, which is a low chance of that happening, that's going to up the imperial decay bit. That sounds like an excellent idea. And we got the good one. Just, this is good timing, in fact. What the hell is... Nestorians in our country? Well, anyways, surprised you're still around, Gurudev. Teach me about intrigue for a while. Mission successful. My skirmishers engaged the rebel pockets, defeating each one apiece. The success was guaranteed with a show of courage by the troops and the cool head of the overseer. The final stroke was given by the pincer movement performed by my light cavalry, which, when defeated the guerrillas, tried to regroup in a single unit. The stability conditions of the province improved. What a positive performance. Big time. Caravans returned. The traders are unloading their wares and will come to me to sell the goods they bought for a large discount. There better be books or they'll be held to pay. Give me the pile of books. I don't have hides, so give me that as well. I already got enough spices, so let them keep it. And same for the lumber. We definitely got a lot of them. Now, silver I do not have. Alrighty then. Have this delivered. All you need is 1,000 more and you'll be the guild master. Just only diligent and greedy. How you doing over there? I know it's kind of early, but still. And you want to reject the poison of greed? Whatever works for you. I got lost while hunting in my territory. As I found my way back, I had by chance come to a small but hazardous river. I suddenly remember how I was once here as a young man hunting with my friends. One of them nearly died tripping on a slippery rock. At the time I thought it hilarious, seeing my friend slip like that. Now I see we were foolish to ignore the dangers, as I'm reminiscing about the past. Almost in position. Why haven't these bastards fallen yet? In fact, let me provide you some financial help. I am going to give you a lot of money to go get yourself some mercenaries. At least 500 gold. Defeat them, go hire mercenaries, subjugate this country. Really, you decide to move over there? Well, it's disease territory, so... oh, he got sick already. Hmm. Oh, how long has that been there? That can't be good when there's another disease there. Now, let's see. It's gonna take a long time to get everybody en masse to this conflict zone. Because we have this big body of troops now. But the Abbas, gods, you know who I mean? They've grown a bit larger. That court faction support, that definitely helps with their levy contribution. That's the reason why there's so many of them. And it'll be hard to topple them down. No air. I've yet to antagonize this person. We gotta do something about this in the future. Yeah, let's do it. Last probably, yes, CK2. This will not be a minor holy war. This is gonna be the first real one. For Bakar. This will make big gains. If we can defeat him, of course. Be careful of that disease out there. For now. Not an ideal place to be there, but we can assemble all the armies over here. It's going to take a while for everybody to get there. Especially you lot. In fact... oh, you got this one. Stop. I'm gonna sell you over there. The rest can march, but again, the distance between most of the armies from there, walk across the Iranian plateau, or it's over here. But here's the thing. There's the Silk Road. We can, you know, get there a little fast. See the local movement speed? We know the country better than they do. We'll be fine. Just wait for everybody. And be careful of that disease. It looks like it started recently. Good. We need more organizers these days. And do leaflets. Got it. Always happens. Bada Singh. You haven't picked up any of the good ones. Go for struggle. We've noticed a slowdown in international trade. Such a decline could be problematic for the future of the Great Trade League. As we rely on trading at a very large area to gain the most favorable price, thus we are asking members to send caravans to stimulate the economy of various nations. Well, just send a caravan anywhere then. I'm not looking for trade goods this time. Okay. Go far. What's over there like? What do you got? Benevolent spirit trade run. Linen. Oh, just linen? What over here? We already got spices. And it's a hummus producing region. This province is known for its quality of hummus. Where did they get hummus from? I highly doubt that's native of Thrace. Over here it's got hides. Mountains, ruins covered. Go, well, mountain ruins converted to inn with shrine. Incense, books, spices. It's already visited by a caravan. Hides, pottery. Wait a minute. Oh, hold on. Get this one up here. Pottery. Okay, how about we'll go even further up there. Silver, jewelry, spice. Yep, that's the winner right there. Going all the way to Vienna. Yeah, far away from here. So we don't have to hear any news of it since we're going to be focused on this war. That'll tell that caravan to get the heck out of my country. And don't come back until you bring something good. So we can focus on this conflict. Friendly, neutral, neutral, friendly. Just making sure. That's down in Gujarat, where I still hold that there. Move on. You've done well. Just 2 holdings, we got it, so. Move up here. Haven't engaged a single battle yet, but it's only a matter of time before they'll come with great numbers. Doing his job. And you know what? Buy me another caravan. Just in case if we did lost one on the way back. It can happen, you know. There's a small chance of that happening. Gods. Last night she appeared in my dream. We laughed and danced, talked about nothing in particular. My heart was beating so fast, for I was so nervous yet excited, that even when I woke up I could still feel it. It has been so long, so many years since we last met. Yet, even now, I still think about her. We were so young and innocent, remembering childhood love. You may recall, on the young years of Samrat Rudranarayan, before... Oh, yeah, he was Samrat, but during the... prior to the Civil War years, that he thought of the farmer's daughter. And says declared eternal love. That's how he became chaste. He wasn't lustful. Maybe this is that of what he's, you know, dreaming about. Anyways, station yourself here. Move up soon. As soon as they arrive, move up to CB. We were so young, so innocent even now. So many years later, the memories of laughter and joy we shared haunt me. That's why I don't read books like Kama Sutra, because I'm a chaste man. I think about only two things in life: business and war. Sir's besiege, move up. It's gonna take a while to get all this. And we'll be dealing with Yamera Fizan, which is all the heck way over there. And Syriac Orthodox Church provides nothing, honestly. More reinforcements will still be coming, slowly but surely. Oh, here we go again. Get out of there. You're killing the intricate web weaver, you. You're off to the academy too, because you still got a good mind. And don't give the flute to anyone. And tell Padma Singh that I said hello. Give him my regards. Speaking of which, he hasn't picked up any traits yet, like anything philosophical. There's 2 holdings here, 2 holdings there, 1 holding there. Taking these mountains would be of great priority for defensive bonuses. If only if we could defend all this much easier with the Indus there, but the Indus Valley, you know. Gurudev. I don't think we were finished with the education. Long time court physician. Yeah, can't be there. Understandable. Unassign all these commanders there. Don't want any of them to get sick. Because you're moving into Bakar. That area is very valuable. And once the second army is completely assembled, then we'll cover it on this side of the Indus. And then we will soon have all the objectives. And then the war score will be taken up until we meet the enemy in battle. Which they're still well on their way there. Wherever he may be. But to be fair, he was fully committed to this one color. I think he already sent all of his troops this way. So there's a chance that we may take all of this without a fight, since he was committed to a war helping out the Umayyads all the way over there in Hispania. Novice fighter. Or he's trained fighter. Mission failure. Light troops were bogged down by the enemy guerrillas who performed successfully in run attacks, while light cavalry suffered heavy loss to its mounts, as the rebels made a point of targeting the horses, dismounting their riders, and turning our biggest advantage, the cavalry, into more foot soldiers. Pity. Ignorance conquered. Alright. Thank you, Guru Dev, who has since passed because of severe stress. It was time well spent. Two things going down. Move up here. This area is fully assembled, so head to Silverstone. Obviously. As soon as Bharat Singh Gupta started mumbling his first words, everyone knew it was just not right. But after getting spat in the face countless times, I gave up on him. He's a lisp. Well, who do you think it came from? Maybe my father, I don't know. I didn't have a lisp. I speak fine. Peasant revolted to stop the ground. Right. You know, that's... Oh, that's some weird just... Oh, you can't take care of that either. Son of a beeswax. Well, we can't chicken out now. House was... Oh, there's their first forces. They're coming. But be careful. You don't know how many of them are there. And they come across diseased territory. Don't engage yet. As I said before, we don't know how many of them are there. New Emperor likes Unix but doesn't like Dravidian cultures. Let him go around. And as we stated before, we may take all of this without a fight. That's just a portion of their forces, not the whole thing. Glory faction's hostile because of him. Yes, we raised our levies for long, but you disapprove of peace. What are you, Jan? No, you're not. But... Oh, you just... Well, to make it up to you. It ain't much, but it'll do. I swayed that other guy enough. What is this? They expanded it a bit. Kind of weird, they expanded it. Oh, they're going that way. In fact, these are cavalry troops, all of them. There is no disease here. Go to this army. We'll meet them there. It's our chance to defeat some of them before the rest of them will come. Move up. What the heck kind of favor is that? I am not gonna get everything. You are just a beggar. It was a small victory, but it was notable. %. Let's go take care of that peasant revolt before anything terrible happens. Gee, everybody went after us. That helps the moral authority. Now we can have the Sultanate of Sind. And the Emirate of Baka. Now that's too much land for me to have. As we know that the land is devoid of them. And it seems they're failing on the Gujarati conquest. And we have all the kingdoms of India, but except for the two independent, Lanka and Mawa. Also all these lands here. Whoa, you better give it to somebody. Unless somebody has a big claimant on these areas. Just an idea, just a thought. Still alive. Whenever you're ready to subjugate them, they're beating on the ropes. And if anybody's got a claim on Mawa, I'll land you. That's if anybody's in line. Doesn't look like it. See a few Rajputs. None of them willing to be invited to me unless they have a higher opinion of me. But the problem is it says rulers of wrong caste. You tell me wrong caste because I'm a Buddhist. I'm a Kshatriya. And you say I'm wrong caste. You must be... I have no idea. No earthly idea how to convince all of you. I got to give this land away. But for now... Or just appoint one of your unlanded commanders who, you know, ain't got much to do anyhow. That's an idea. Alright, which one of you war veterans is going to be rewarded? Okay, in that case. Stick around. I just need some fresh blood, that's all. There you are. You are going to be governing the Rajabaka. Just to get it off of my conscience. You could be potential replacements since none of our commanders aren't as good as they used to be. But there's still some good ones out there. The ones that I just brought over. It'll do for the time. Now we gotta go take care of that peasant revolt over there. They'll soon be moving out to other areas. You know what, just march to there. We'll just only use the retinue. Because we need the money. And some would think it may be a mistake, but I'm not little. Okay, how about this? I know it's a long march, but the fastest way is to go by ship to go to the other side of India. And I'm the only one who can get them moving faster. Why are you going the long way around? Go find the blasted this way. I know it's a long way through the Thar Desert, but still. All the ships will be there by then. So I could ship you to the other side. I mean, alternatively, I could just raise my own personal retinue again and then head down there, but I'm very picky about money these days. Secretly corrupt official died in Kutsinagara. We need to be more supportive. Yeah. It's enough, it's enough. Head to there. Time's a ticking. I'll be sure to, if I ever have a lot of money, like a huge amount, I'll start investing in increase of ships on both the areas of the Ganges Delta and Gujarat. Alright. We're going in after him. Samrat need follow Davi's clearly a slave to her own passion. It is only a matter of time before Brahma rots her lustful limbs away. Should warn the people around her, or so she drags somebody else in this. Damn it, that didn't work, but I fear that it's gonna start leaving to the Arabian Empire. Yeah, let's puzzle them. In fact, most of Gujarat, all of South India will be going to the Arabian Empire. Salutations. We are pleased that you participate in some extra realm training. Sending caravans over long distance may be hazardous as bandits and wars are present, but the Potential economic stimulus should not be underestimated. Hope you see one of our caravans at my gates. And I'll be expecting one from you as well. Buy whatever you may be interested. Like these. I got spices. You don't got enough silver. There you go. Well, now just return the nugget until further notice. Let me see. Claim Mawa. It's too old. And he's not heir to anything. This isn't gonna work. That doesn't work for me, as some people would say. Yeah, just continue to chip it away, but hope you lose in this battle. I'm watching this. Thriving economy is good for the realm. Now I'm a proper trader. Didn't capture him. Now he's gone into hiding. Here's your chance to dig him out. If you can. I guess we won't be having that daughter anytime soon. Now that we've passed that age. Oh, what to do. Might as well. Even though I doubt I can commit to peace. Highly doubt it. Not quite there yet. So we'll end the episode on this. I guess it finally ended over there. Well, then I'm gonna take some off of you. Send another caravan. Roger, Lata is yours. This is partly the reason why I need to listen, the reason why we got some of these areas in the first place is just to get its resources off of it. You know that Kingdom of Bengal title? Thinking about giving that away finally. So that way they can claim some of these other titles. Just to get them off. This is due to the lack of diplomacy of this character. Because I'm ungrateful and learning once again. That's the reason why the vassal limit went down. And that is why this is of the utmost importance, is to have imperial administration. It gives you increased vassal limit because the empire keeps on growing and there's no way we can keep up with the growth. Alright, you load in, great. You could be the Chancellor. Although you ain't gonna be good at it. Just want everybody at the side. Because we're gonna end the episode with, you know, Tunnels King's peace. No vassals be fighting each other anymore. What they should be doing is to fight wars outside of our borders, you know. Try to subjugate Malwa, you know. Get this, get Lanka. Do something with your lives. We'll take care of the Abbasids. It's going to be a long haul before we even get all this done. To create the Empire title of Rajasthan. Once we get Lanka and the rest of this Raj here. And it'll be done. So they're not going to like that for 10 years' time. And we're still obviously nowhere near getting this right due to the apparent lack of diplomacy on my part. Which perhaps I should move on from business. Once that learning thing goes away, then I'll do that. All that and more in the next episode. But until then, so long for now.